Welcome back to the Crash Bandicoot 4 playthrough, and we are heading off to the alternate timeline stage of Hit the Road, which is called Truck Stopped. We're going to be starting off with, of course, a return back to Mad Max County, where, of course, we're going to be finding out who actually stopped the truck. And I guess at this point it's probably Tawna, because so basically this is, of course, Tawna's timeline stages. So basically, Tawna goes through these stages, basically helping out with Crash and Coco to stop Cortex and his minions. While, of course, we're far off on what's happened and how Tawna got into, of course, the ultimate timeline, how she's been involved with, of course, the mess that Cortex and Tropy have basically caused. Getting herself into this mess. So yeah, folks, for those who are not in the know, yep, I am actually here to do some, re-recording this because I kind of messed up the original one, the voice for this one, so yeah. So yeah, blame me for, being a bit, sometimes train of thought kind of gets lost when trying to rewatch my material for doing the post-commentary, post-recording commentary. Oh, yeah, I might as well get rid of you. Don't you ever think about bombing me? I don't like anybody shredding my bandicoots to bits. Got another hidden gem. And let's get out and get those guys out of the way. I got the checkpoint, and guess who's come to see me? Let's get Frank out of here. Let's get Chainsaw Boy out of here. Chainsaw Boy out there. Chainsaw Boy. Shit. I gotta let that slip. Chainsaw Boy. I don't think that's what he is. He's a soy boy. He's basically not. He tries to be a Chad, but apparently he becomes like a soy boy little simp. Just like Darkside Phil.
Attention minions! The bandicoots are inside! Start the Doom Rig!
There, we're gonna try and stop this, aren't we? So basically what happens in this timeline stage is that Tawna is out to stopping the rig from running over Crash and Coco and turning him into roadkill, so just gotta avoid those those flame spouts from those exhaust from those canisters. Alright, so this is how Tawna stopped the truck from running over a Crash or Coco. And this is why. And there we go. Now she escapes and lets the rig do its course and Crash to escape it.
Are you ready? Start your...
And I can see the winch right there. So that's how Tawna basically sabotaged N.Gin's attempts to try and run over Crash and Coco and turn them into roadkill. And we have to do this again. So, oh, god damn it, that was pretty bad. Yes, I kind of was a bit in the heat of the moment, and that's how I veered right into the nitro. I did that on purpose, so blame me for my terrible judgment there. So, however, the good news is, at least with the timeline stages, and the alternate levels, you can't, there's no flashback tapes to collect or even coloured gems to find. So at least they have a few things. But the bad news is that we're probably going to find this flaw a little bit later on in this part, which we're about to find out. In terms of this, I'm really going to say this right now, that the timeline stages, while they are a fantastic idea, I will say this right now that there has some flaws with the placing of the parts of the timeline stages, so yeah. Yeah, so unfortunately Tawna, getting the rig, pulling the winch over to the rig isn't going to be the thumbnail image for this one, but so sorry about that. It's probably going to be one in the other alternate timeline stage, which is going to be played a bit later on. Alright, so got two nitros to go. Whoa, indeed, Phil. And the truck again fell to its death. So, once again, press F in the chat or in the comment section for the truck. Alright, so that is Crash. That is the truck stopped. Done, and we found out why poor old N.Gin couldn't even run poor Crash over. Crash got away. Or it's the Bandicoot that got away. Oh dear, poor N.Gin. He just can't seem to get much luck. Alright, so of course we've also got another skin for Coco as well, so yeah. But unfortunately, Salty Wharf's alternate stage doesn't, you know, appear until much later on. Alright, so let's go for the artist for both Crash and Coco. Alright, let's go for Coco Rock. Alright, let's go for Coco Ross, and let's go for... And then the next time we're going to go is for Give It a Spin. What's happening there? Ooh, god damn it, Crash, you got stuck. Ouch. That was too loud, Crash.
So where's the next mask?
Not here. If these chuckle nuts weren't punching holes in reality, we could open our own rifts.
Lani
For
Loni,
now,
behind
we're stuck taking the
you.
long route, but I sense another rift around here somewhere.
Friends, I have a fun little game for you to play. I've got a reward for the clever bandicoots who can reach my testing grounds, but you'll have to defeat my deadly, diabolical creations along the way.
Oh, that's bad. What is up with... why is up with Brio's obsession of mixing potions? Isn't that a bit dangerous? Did he even go to this potion school to, you know, with... you know, biology for that, and knew that mixing chemicals is bad? Gee, that guy really is so egotistical, maniacal. He needs help. Seriously, Brio needs to have urgent help. So anyway, Give It a Spin actually debuts what is considered is the Dark Matter spin, which Arcano's power-up is. Basically, you spin infinitely, or is what Matteo Benotto, the team principal for I would say, Spinella. Yes, that's right, Spinella. Yes, we're basically give it a Spinella. Give it a Spinella. Yes, I'll be. Yeah, you can definitely tell I'm watching too much of those Formula 1 memes with Spinella memes. No, I'm not gonna hear about it, Brio. Shut up. Shut up. You know what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yeah, so yeah. So basically this is of course the Tranquillity Falls, which is basically the Japanese gardens of the Japanese garden dimension. See, and I believe this is based off ancient Japan, by the way, folks. And this was also this game was released the same year as Ghost of Tsushima was. I have to get back to playing that game sometime. It is a fantastic game, by the way. Much better than The Last of Simps Part 2. And I would never ever want to touch that game, even with a 10-inch pole. I was originally going to get The Last of Us Part 2, but because of it being pretty much a Simps game for those of course who likes, you know, being a soy boy. And then again, of course, we all know DSP hated that game and was basically being an Xbox simp at that point. I would never ever see him as a PlayStation fanboy at all, considering the amount of bad things that he said about the controller, the PS2 controller, the PlayStation controllers dropping inputs, especially in the games like Crash Bandicoot. He basically stated that every time he played a Crash Bandicoot game, the inputs drop, all because he hates the PlayStation controller. And here's what I find baffling. He basically, what DSP said in his, what was that? The Crown Tundra DLC is that he basically thinks that the Xbox controller is much better in quality. So that's why he likes Xbox better. That's why my theory of him being an Xbox fanboy, you know, reigns kind of truer. The thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if he, like, supports Xbox better than PlayStation nowadays. And the fact is that he hated the haptic feedback, which of course is supposed to be making it the PlayStation 5 a lot more, user-friendlier than other consoles. It kind of really proves how, how much Phil is tempted to how much he tries to tempt fate with his opinions. I know it's his opinion, but his opinions are just as much as, he tries to force his opinion down our throats, and I'm like, what? You can't even do that, Phil. You're just being so delusional like always. And that's why I absolutely think that I just think that DSP and his fanboys just keep wearing the brown tinted glasses of stupidity. That's what I should say. Brown tinted glasses of stupidity. That's what DSP basically wears. Alongside, I think it's just as bad as the Gunner glasses. I think the Gunner glasses is basically his brown tinted glasses at this point. And I think he drinks I think the cherry juice he drinks is probably Kool-Aid. It's basically the Kool-Aid topped up with gin. As always, I believe he drinks gin because every time he does a drunk tweet, does a drunk tweet. That's another theory that we might up at the Truckers have. It's basically tweets. He tweets while drunk and high on gin. All right, so that was given a Spinella done. We've got an insanely perfect relic. That's good. All right, so now we can get Coco out of the way and we can go and play as Crash, but not before we get on with the next stage, which of course is the alternate timeline stage with of course Tawna again. We're playing Tawna again, folks. So at this point, I think I played Tawna twice. Oh, there's Brio. I think Brio needs to go back to biology, go back to potion school. Alright, so we're playing as Crash Bandicoot. I can't spell French for shit. Alright, so we are now at Potion Commotion at Tawna's segment.
Reminds me of Neo Nippon, minus the kaiju tanuki.
Oh, yes. And here's another thing that we find out about alternate Tawna. She is a weeaboo, aka an otaku, with certain Japanese words. Neo Nippon, I think that's Neo Cortex's female alternate timeline equivalent. The Kaiju Tanuki, that's basically one of the characters from Brand New Animal, BNA, Brand New Animal, which is a anime from Trigger Studio. Ah, KAWAII! Yep, that's right. She's a weeaboo. That's what she is. Weeaboo Tawna. Now that was worth sacrificing an Aku on. It was Studio Trigger, yes. Studio Trigger, yes. I kind of got that wrong, but it was the same studio that did in-device the cutscenes for the Indivisible and what was it? Shantae Hub GD Hero, and of course Kill la Kill and Witch Academia. I just needed to well time that double jump to get that what was it? That hidden box. I just need to make sure that I hit the box with it. All right, there we go. Just gotta wait for the dragon to pass me. Thank you very much. Zip it down. All right, and oh, here we go. And good job, Tawna. Thank you for that. Oh, that was not very nice, Brio. She was about to crack your head. She was trying to crack your... I really, really loved it if she basically, like, put him in a headlock like in like what Solid Snake does. I was checking to see if we got done anything. Yep, I think I've got the gem. Yep, got the gem already. So. Yep, of course you got the gem already. So of course we're already done with that area. Better not. Oh, better not trigger those TNTs. No. Thank you. Whoa! You gotta be more of an egomaniac, can't you, Brio? No, I'm not gonna hear you. Shut up. I'm not gonna hear you, Brio. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. No, 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 no. I don't want you going, well, look at this. I am really looking forward to your silly games, Bandicoot. But now, I'm going to give you the potion of emotion. No. Absolutely, positively, no. I am not letting you do that, Brio. I have a quest to do, and you can't stop me. Nope, I'm not hearing you. Blah, 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 blah. Put, I think Crash would plug his ears in. Alright, so we've got a different bonus. So basically, this is the problem I have with, of course, the alternate timeline stages. Some of them actually, you know, you go through like a quarter or third of the stage when they end. Oh, that was my... Oh, why did I do that? I never even made it. But anyway, some of the timeline stages actually end like a quarter of the way or a third of the way of the original level, and basically you have to do most of these levels over again, which kind of really annoys me. If it's basically at the, you know, tail end of the stage, it wouldn't be too bad. It wouldn't be too bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, the alternate timeline stages kind of really do have some potential, but I just think that timeline stages should actually be more, you know, better off not being as, you know, way oversized and not, you know, rehashing and replaying levels over and over again. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, I do love Crash Bandicoot 4. It's a fantastic game. It's probably my favorite Crash Bandicoot game of a lot that's basically outperforms Crash Bandicoot 3. The problem is that sometimes the game itself kind of does, you know, makes things a little bit, you know, I just really wish that they kind of really cooled it with some of the, you know, some of the padding, to be fairly honest. Yes, there are a few moments where the game does get a little padded out, but other than that, I do think that this game actually is actually a fantastic, well-crafted game. High production values, music is fantastic. It does actually have some really good... The story is absolutely well done, in my opinion, and I do think it's one of the best stories in the series. The only problem is it's the difficulty that makes it a bit too, you know, sometimes and at launch there were some hitbox detection issues, especially with certain things like polar stages, as well as the Schnurgle and the jet boards, which kind of really annoys me when trying to go for the 100% completion. 106%, no. I really basically tortured myself going through it all, and I'm sorry to say this, but no way am I going back to it ever again. No, I'm not going to do 106% for this game. I'm hoping to do 100% on this, but for 106%, no. I'd rather, you know, give you a glimpse of the ending of what is a glimpse of the actual real ending, 106% ending. I'll rather show it to you to give you the accomplishment of me doing it 106%, because I already did it once and I'm not going to do it again. I'd rather do a casual playthrough rather than just, you know, full completionist run. And that's that. With that being said, post-commotion is also done. You got the Insanely Perfect Relic, got the paper cut, and let's go. So that's that done. So that was that. I think I got Coco Crash Bandicoots. Sorry if I punched my mic, but I think I got both Crash Bandicoot's skins. What happened to the music? Oh god, even the music glitched out. Oh dear, god damn it. So with that being said, folks, that is the end of the part, and I hope you enjoyed this part. Until next time, I will be continuing on with Tranquillity Falls and confront N.Gin and Brio and stop him for good again. So I'll see you guys in part 5 of the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time playthrough. So see you guys next time.